and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. And today, guys, we are taking another cheeky look at Cardano and specifically the stress test for Plutus smart contracts. We're going to take a look at what that actually means. We're going to dig into the news there. And then we're going to have a look at the ADA chart against USD, see how that's performing, see what we can see in the short term as well in terms of price movements for the ADA token. Things are looking incredibly positive there. We've obviously seen ADA move significantly up in value over the last few days, which has been absolutely fantastic. And I think there's some fantastic things happening for Cardano in a few months from now. So I do expect there to be lots of fantastic news articles and partnerships and I guess price discovery for ADA in that journey. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic ride, I feel, Chris.
Yeah, I agree, Nick. I'm so bullish on ADA right now.
So, guys, as we get into this Plutus smart contract announcement, we're going to go through that. If you find it useful and informative, do go ahead and smash that like button. And obviously, if that's not your cup of tea, as we say here in England, then do go ahead and just take a look at the charts that we'll get into later in the video. And if that's your cup of tea, takes your biscuit, then definitely go ahead and smash the like button for that. But if you're also new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, with all that said and done, Chris, should we jump over to the desktop and just take a look at these Plutus smart contracts?
Yeah, let's do it, Nick.
Fantastic. So basically Cardano stress test for Plutus smart contract announced for March, right? So a stress test of the Cardano Plutus smart contract platform will be conducted in March 2021. 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦 declared the release date for the announcement of the staking pools, which will receive support. So en route to full decentralization, the launch of its decentralized finance capabilities, Cardano is preparing to deploy the smart contract platform Plutus. In and out Hong Kong, or 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, CEO Charles Hoskinson made the announcement via his Twitter account. So Hoskinson said that the stress tests for Plutus will begin in March. 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 is currently in the process of retaining the companies that will be in operations on Plutus. Hoskinson further stated he would reveal the names of those companies and the challenge programs when the companies complete the retention process. The code will then be released as open source, and work can be done or will be done to find some canonical design patterns and best practices from it. So absolutely fantastic news. Obviously, it's something we've been waiting for such a long time, so it's fantastic to finally kind of have a bit of a time frame to kind of be holding people to. And I think it's very, very important that the stress tests are done and we can see who's doing them and all that kind of stuff. And it's fantastic to also be open source as well. So as reported by CNF, the development of Plutus is one of the components of Cardano's Gnome era, the conjunction with the financial contract language 𝗲𝗠, and the new token locking functions, as well as native assets and the ERC20 converter. Cardano will provide a number of features designed to make it a network strong competitor to Ethereum for DeFi development. Now, if I really break that down in a little bit more detail here, right? Gnome is obviously the era that we all talk about a lot, anticipated launch in March. Plutus is obviously the smart contract platform. 𝗲𝗠, I believe, is the languages that work with that, and all of that together really does make it one hell of a competitor. But then you start layering on some of these other things, right? So we talk about ERC20 converter. So anyone currently with an ERC20 token on Ethereum could go ahead and convert over to Cardano, and they give 3 methods of doing so with that ERC20 converter. There's also multi-assets we saw with the Merry hard fork. And obviously, I think it's going to be so fantastic to see this thing finally kind of put out there and put to bed. And this is why I'm so excited and so bullish for ADA and Cardano during Q1 of this year, because so much development work that's been happening in the background is kind of starting to come to fruition. And a serious competitor, I feel, to Ethereum, and Ethereum is going to have some serious issues with itself in terms of just how well it is doing. It becomes a bit of a victim of its own success, with ETH going higher and higher in value, hitting new all-time highs. That's going to be ridiculously high fees for people using it and all that kind of stuff. So there's some serious timing issues that Ethereum are having here. And if Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦, if they nail the timing on this thing just right, you can seriously see this thing ballooning up and becoming an absolute beast in a matter of no time at all. So after the activation of token locking with the hard fork combinator late in 2020, the Cardano community currently awaits the activation of the 𝗕𝗓𝗓 hard fork. Hoskinson announced the event for February this year. So lots going on just in this first paragraph alone. So I think I just honestly cannot wait. I'm so bullish for Cardano. It's definitely one of the great projects coming to fruition, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, and I think you're spot on with your comments around the timing, and it aligns very much with what we've been talking about. When the bull run's going to actually start. For the alts. And like you say, with ETH, as the price increases, so will the fees, and it's going to be anywhere up to 2 years to resolve those scaling issues. And there is talk of other projects potentially supporting with some of those fees, likes of 𝗕𝗏𝗡 as an example, and Loopring. But I just question whether there's any effort outside of those. Like if you're running your business, is it more work fit for you to stay with Ethereum than it would be to move over to Cardano? And my gut feeling is, Charles is making it very easy for companies to move over. So yeah, really bullish on it. Fantastic project, and one we talk about on the channel an awful lot.
Absolutely, and I haven't even really mentioned the Ethereum virtual machine or anything like that also running as a sidechain. So lots going on with Cardano, but who will receive support, right? So for the Cardano delegation program. So late in November 2020, 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗃 also announced a new ADA or ADA delegation program for Cardano. With Shelley's development, nearly 1,500 staking pools were created. However, 𝗖𝗢𝗃 seeks to encourage and optimize the formation of these pools. Therefore, 𝗖𝗢𝗃 increased the parameter K to 500 and will withdraw its public staking pools. The new delegation program will basically redistribute 15% of the funds in ADA maintained by 𝗖𝗢𝗃 to purpose pools, right, and incubation pools. And these pools aim to support the economic inclusion, decentralization, and sustainability that form 𝗖𝗢𝗃's vision for Cardano. They will be chosen to increase the diversity of participants that make up the Cardano ecosystem to create value today and social impact tomorrow. So regarding the publication of the list of the referred pools, 𝗖𝗢𝗃 stated yesterday, last year we announced our delegation program to support and incubate Cardano community stake pools. We're now finalizing the list of pools we'll support in Q1. We'll publish it this week, ready to make delegations at the end of January. So it's absolutely fantastic news from a delegation point of view as well. So hopefully, you find that just as positive as we do. And yeah, if you did, then you know what to do. Go ahead and smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Right. Should we jump over to the charts, Chris, and take a look at what's going on with the ADA token?
Yeah, let's do that, Nick.
Fantastic. So here we have Cardano, or the ADA token, to the USD on the daily chart. We've sliced and diced this thing up with multiple different supports and resistance levels across the weekly, the monthly, and the daily candles. And it gives us a bit of an idea of what's actually going on here. We have a Fibonacci retracement from a low level in 15th of November and a high point over here on the 29th of December, and that shows us then some key price points that we were targeting. Fortunately, we've already taken out 2 of those, so we've got a few more to go, but we already hit 25.5 cents. We've taken that one out of the picture. We're well above there. We hit just a matter of 3 days ago, Chris, well, actually 4 days ago, I guess, but the 35.2 cents. We've been dithering around for a while, trying to get hold of the better position there. There was basically resistance for a while and support, kind of hovering around that 36.7 cent area. So we're doing really, really well from that perspective. Now, ultimately, we have 2 prices to go for, Chris, before we're going to readjust our Fibonacci retracement. This is the 44.9 cents, which we can definitely see happening very, very soon. We're obviously right on support at the moment, and that's holding nicely for 2 consecutive days. So we can confirm that that is now, that 36.7 is a support area that we want to be focusing on. So hopefully we can bounce off from here after a short consolidation and potentially hit that 44.9 real soon. And specifically, the more fantastic news that keeps coming out definitely is getting people's attention over to Cardano and just how much of a fantastic project this is. So hats off to Charles Hoskinson and the crew over at IAHK for doing such a stellar job. After the 44.9 cents, Chris, we obviously do have our last price target in this Fibonacci extension, which shows 50 cents and but pretty much 51, but it's basically 50.9 cents, right? And once all of that's taken care of, this thing's we'll reassess it. We'll set the new Fibonacci on here, and we'll see what that looks like. But I still have a price target in my mind for ADA during 2021 of $5. So from our current position, if I just adjust this a little bit, that shows a growth of another 1,200%. Okay, so I still think that's achievable. And you might be wondering, what is this trend line doing here? If I throw this into an hourly, it'll get a better view of what that trend line is doing. That's this trend line here that we were following. It got broken down and we went into a sideways motion here. So I'm imagining that this sideways action will eventually peter out and we'll move back into the upside. But I've left that there for now, just as a reference point as to where we were. Whether that will soon become of importance again, which is why I've left that there. But I think there's all to play for Cardano here. It's ADA, it's doing fantastic things. And I'm really super long on ADA, which is why we're going to be creating our own staking pool. We're going to delegate some ADA into there, so we won't be selling ADA for any period of time. Do watch out for when we launch our pool, because I think that's going to be also a key thing for some of our viewers as well, from a delegation point of view.
Super.
Okay, is there anything you'd like to add on the Cardano news, the charts, the prices, or even the pool, Chris?
No, just really excited. We want to pioneer, be pioneers, in Cardano. So yeah, really looking forward to the staking pool. Lots of people have been sort of asking about it. So yeah, we're integrating ourselves in this space, and just to be part of this, it's history in the making, right? And we're part of 1% of people that are actually involved at the moment, which is just fantastic. We're blessed to be in this space this early.
Absolutely. So guys, if you found this useful, informative, do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really does appreciate it, and so do I. And if you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all that said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.